My name is Guillermo Gomez, and my paper briefing presentation will be in state mandate for sanctuary cities. Now, on my PowerPoint presentation, everything it's going to be on the notes of the PowerPoint. Texas Governor Greg Abbott signed a ban on sanctuary cities on May 7, 2017, putting the final touch on legislation that would allow police to inquire about the immigration status of people they lawfully detain. The relationship between the community and law enforcement officials are crucial to maintain crime under control. The Senate floor bill signed on May 7, 2017 to ban sanctuary cities in Texas, it's a great idea. But if not properly planned, this bill will break existing relationships between local law enforcement and community. Local police departments have enacted community policing policies because they make communities safer and help ensure that the law enforcement officers do not go against of the law by detaining persons they do not have legal authority to detain, in violation of the constitutional requirements of the Fourth Amendment. As Tom Manger, Chief of Police of Montgomery County and President of the Major Cities Chiefs Association stated, quote, "To do our job, we must have the trust and respect of the communities we serve. We fail if the public fears their police and will not come forward when we need them. Whether we seek to stop child predators, drug dealers, rapists, or robbers, we need the full cooperation of victims and witnesses. Cooperation is not forthcoming from persons who see their police as immigration agents. When immigrants come to view their local police and sheriffs with distrust because they fear deportation, it creates conditions that encourages criminals to prey upon victims and witnesses alike." Chief of Police in San Antonio, Texas also stated that, quote, "We, the police department, spent decades building a relationship with the community, and that relationship is very fragile. It's fragile from day to day. This kind of policy, which is the SB4, will drive a wedge between the community and the police department. And because the federal government has neglected immigration enforcement over the years, and you want to dump it on local law enforcement officers not to fix, it just destroys the relationship with the community and the police department. Once the policy is enforced, who is going to want to talk to the police department? They or someone they know will be afraid to be deported. So that is what will make crime go up. When people stop calling the police to report it, and people stop giving information to the police to help us solve crimes. So I think that a policy where local law enforcement will be forced or enforce immigration laws will be a disaster. The Senate bill for immigration policy, in addition to affecting the relationship between the local law enforcement and the community, can also affect trade. Cato, quote, estimates the budget drag from immediately deporting the approximately 750,000 people protected by DACA will be over $60 billion for the federal government. The think tank foresees a $280 billion reduction in economic growth over the next decade from the elimination of this program alone, even though it represents just a sliver of the estimated 11 million people living in the U.S. illegally. There is, however, an alternate solution to the Senate Bill 4 issues for all Texas cities. My recommendation is to eliminate welfare incentives for everyone who will come to the United States to live illegally, and to make it easier and more rational for those people who wish to come to the United States legally to contribute to our economy. In other words, instead of applying sanctuary city bans, which should not give a single penny in welfare for illegal immigrants. Just as simple as it sounds, this will prevent many illegal immigrants from coming to the United States. Illegal immigrants' household costs an average of $5,692, and this is driven largely by the presence of U.S.-born children, while legal immigrants' household cost $6,378. Why eliminating welfare incentives for everyone who will come to the United States to live illegally is the best alternative? Well, quote, according to executive summary, this report estimates the annual cost of illegal immigrants at the federal, state, and local level to be about $113 billion, nearly $29 billion at the federal level and $84 billion at the state and local level. The key findings: 1. Illegal immigrants cost U.S. taxpayers about $113 billion a year at the federal, state, and local level. The bulk of the cost, some $84 billion, are absorbed by state and local governments. Second, the annual outlay that illegal alien costs U.S. taxpayers is an average amount per native household of $1,117. The fiscal impact per household varies considerably because the greatest share of the burden falls on state and local taxpayers, whose burden depends on the size of the legal alien population in that locality. Education for the children of illegal aliens constitutes the single largest cost to taxpayers. At the annual price tag of nearly $52 billion, nearly all of those costs are absorbed by state and local governments. At the federal level, about 1/3 of outlays are matched by tax collections from illegal aliens. At the state and local level, an average of less than 5% of the public costs associated with illegal immigrants is recouped through taxes collected from illegal aliens. And lastly, most illegal aliens do not pay income taxes. Among those who do, much of the revenues are collected are refunded to the illegal aliens when they file their tax returns. Many are also claiming tax credits resulting in payments from the U.S. Treasury. All right, well, to conclude, the primary responsibility of law enforcement and politicians should always be working together for the best of our communities and our country, but should never interfere with each other's businesses. And here's my works cited, and that concludes my presentation. Thank you.